you know, it's the game gonna test you. It's ups and downs.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, you gotta be who you are at all times.
Jackson, Mississippi has experienced a spike in killings, with more than 150 murders last year, and about 4 in 10 remain unsolved.
Yo, what's good, everybody? My good people. It's your guy, Kid Bailey, with the Neapoltan Ice Cream Experience, and I want to drop in and give you guys another Saturday scoop. And so today, I wanted to piggyback off of the last few weeks. We recently finished the resume installments, part 1, 2, 3, and 4, where we were talking through resume tips, shared my resume, just gave best practices around everything there. Today, what I wanted to bring up, how to stand out in a competitive job market beyond just the resume. And so I have a few tips for you guys. And so, I was thinking like maybe 4 or 5, but to be honest, I almost lost count. But overall, I'll get started with it. And so the first one, your personal brand. I need you right now. So stop what you're doing and Google yourself. What do you see? Like, what comes up when you Google yourself? If you're in the job market in the process, a lot of hiring managers have this tactic in regards to just on a whim, just trying to see what they can find out. What does this candidate do on their free time if I can find out anything about them? So they'll just go to Facebook or they'll go to Google and just type your name and just, like I said, see what comes up. And so we always need to know what comes up when our name is typed. So go Google yourself, see what comes up. Would hate for that to be the reason why you were ruled out for an opportunity. And so, along with that personal brand, that's also your LinkedIn, your GitHub, any type of website you might have or portfolio. And so, those go along with that as well. So you want that to be there. Along with the personal brand, your connections. You need to make sure you're networking. It is a relatively small world. You would be surprised how many people, that are C-suite executives and vice presidents know each other, whether that be just because they're in the same area, or I actually recently had someone that was in the Dallas area that knew someone I knew in California. So very rare occurrence, but it happened. So I said that to say, your connections really do matter that much, because it could be that one time where you might need a reference or you might need one person to vouch for you, and you got a buddy that is a vice president or owner of a business, and their experience working with you could be what puts everything over the top for you to get the job. So your connections are very important in regards to your personal brand as well. And so you never know who's looking you up. So that's another reason why you need to look up your name, get on Google, see what the internet has to say about you. Number 3, your communication skills. Your communication skills, honestly, along with your morals and the things you believe. Are you a good person? Do you carry yourself in a respectable way? Like, do you, believe in the golden rule, treating others the way you want to be treated? Those type of things. Do you do what you say you're going to do? Is your word bond? Can you keep your word? Are you trustworthy? Those type of things, are big, because if you're known to be a quitter and in your track record, you always quit, they are going to be hesitant to hire you. I'm telling you right now. And they're going to ask you about why you left so many different jobs, so many different times. And so we want to make sure, if we don't have that portrayed, that we relay that verbally. You could have left a lot of different jobs because you had a lot of different instances happen. Someone could have had a kid or a car accident or a family member pass away. Like, there are a number of reasons why you could have moved around. But like I said, managers are looking for loyalty, number 1, as well as somebody that's driven, as well as somebody that if they're off work, they don't have to worry about if this person's going to be at work and if they're going to be doing their job. If you were a manager, what would you want? That is the type of person they are looking to hire. So I wanted to piggyback off of that and mention that as well. Like, your communication skills and your morals matter a lot. The next point, your storytelling skills. You know, not everyone is a storyteller, and to be honest, I really wouldn't even classify myself as a storyteller. But I'm just passionate about this stuff, so it's a little easier for me to explain it. And that doesn't mean to say like I don't get nervous. I mean, I get nervous as well too. My voice gets a little shaky, my hands get my palms get sweaty. But overall, I'm passionate. I care. I have the effort there, so it comes off as raw and organic. And so overall, storytelling skills. You don't have to be good at storytelling, but you do need to show passion when you're describing your experience. Do you actually enjoy what you're doing? And that's easier said than done. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I love my job. But then when they get on the interview, they look monotone and they don't seem excited. It's like, how are you not excited? Like, this is what you are doing with your life. Like, this is every single day, this is what you're doing. How are you not excited about what you're doing to try to continue growing to get wherever it is you're trying to go? And so that's really, really big. And so I had a really good example that I was thinking about. Tell me about yourself. Like, that question, I vividly remember hearing that on a lot of different interviews. That's usually how most hiring managers start the interview. When a manager asks you this question, this is your chance to bring up something work-related that you were involved in that you knocked out the park. Like a home run that you hit when you were working. And so that'll get the tone of the meeting set of like, oh man, this guy, he really knows what he's talking about. Like he did this, and this. And that was the first thing he talked about. He didn't talk about anything else. Like, from the personality angle and aspect, there are so many people that talk themselves out of a job or offer for a job because for whatever reason they wanted to go personal way too soon. I think of it as treat yourself like an onion. Like, let the new company peel the layers slowly. Why would you overindulge? Like, let's not overshare immediately. Let's not get too confident to feel like, oh, it's in the bag, because you never know. You don't have to force the issue there. The right things are going to happen as long as you're being yourself. The last point that I wanted to go over and say, certifications and the drive to be great. That is another really big area where, you know, you can show that in the interview and the manager believes that and understands that you are fully invested to making this happen. 9 times out of 10, they're going to want to find a way to get you on the team just because they were so impressed about the way you grind and your drive and the person that you are. And so, are you all talk? Or is there some action to back up all things that you're saying you want to do? If you're saying you want to be an architect or a senior level developer, how are you going to get there? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? These are all good questions to be asking yourself. Do you have any certifications right now? If you're driven and you're saying you don't have any certifications, how are you driven? Like, what are you doing that makes you driven? Like, what is the difference there from the average person and you? If you don't have any certs, how are you driven? Like, really though. I mean, you say you are, but what actions do you have to show that you're driven? So that's really all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that helped someone. I just wanted to come on, be raw, organic, candid, and just go through a few points that I had in regards to what I personally feel like will help you stand out beyond your resume, because the market is super competitive right now. There's not a lot of opportunities open, and fully remote work is starting to dwindle away. Hybrid and fully on site is coming back. So these companies are not joking around. Like, they're not being flexible. So this is kind of what we're stepping into, and I wanted to come on and relay this information because this is literally what I'm seeing live in the market right now. So really appreciate y'all checking this out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We do have an actual interview coming up that we're about to drop as well, so stay tuned. Appreciate y'all. Peace.